So everybody is a designer. You just need to learn how to be a good designer. Does that make sense? And the number one thing you must learn to be a good designer is that your design must solve problems for its user. So now, this next section of our class, we're going to go through like 5 to 10 designs, right? Different already existing designs. There are real companies that exist in the world. There are real websites, real everything. And we are going to together rate it over 10. What do you think about this design? Is it a 1? Is it a 9? And you tell me why. Okay. Right. And then after you guys rate your own, I'll rate my own too. Is that fine?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, great. So the first design we're going to look at is this one. So I'm going to give you 5 quick tests, 5 seconds. Tell me what these people do. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
But something
What?
Like,
then I said they sell bikes.
Yes.
They sell bikes. That's what we're going with.
Is either they sell bikes or like a competition, a bike competition.
A bike competition, maybe even a video game.
Okay, maybe
a video game. So Nana's 3 suggestions are they sell bikes, a bike competition, or a video game, right?
Okay.
Moi, what do you think they do?
I'm also going with selling bikes. Maybe they were just trying to advertise what they are selling, the bikes.
They're trying to advertise the bikes that they are selling. Okay, good.
Okay.
These guys, they sell cars.
Wow.
They sell cars.
They sell cars. Oh, cars, they said. Oh.
Yeah. So I want you to take it all in. Just let's take in the entire design. Right. This is a website, by the way.
Okay. Linkcars.com.
Right. Okay. So now over 10. Moi, what do you rate this? From 1 to 10.
Please, what's the highest?
1 is bad, 10 is the highest.
Okay, I think I'll give it a 4. I think so.
You give it a 4.
Yeah.
Why a 4?
Because they are selling cars, but then they have the picture of a motorcycle there or a bike per se.
Mm-hmm.
And the colors is too much. It's not like it's not presenting the fact that they are actually advertising cars.
True.
And the information is just too much on top, everywhere. It's not organized.
Exactly. That's a good observation. That's a really good observation. Okay. So you're going for over 10, Abby?
Yeah.
Okay. Nana, what about you?
I give it 1 over 10.
1 over 10. That's more like that. That's more like it.
At first glance, my eyes really don't know where my eyes is going to. There's no hierarchy. There's no visual hierarchy. I don't know whether I'm reading from top to bottom or from left to right. First picture my eyes goes to is motorcycle, and the site has nothing to do with motorcycle. So that's also very misleading.
Yes.
Yes, and the colors, typography, there are different types of type.
Yes, there are different typefaces.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. So one is more like it to me, right? I can go on if I start criticizing this website, I can go on for the next 4 hours, right? This is just absolute trash, right? So we can all agree that this is an ugly website, isn't that so?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So let's see how this was judged by us, right? So the first thing, that there's no clear message. There's a message that they want to sell cars, but it's a message that buy your car here. There's a message buy a car and pay later. Does that make sense? I don't know what is here. I don't know what kind of cars they sell. Do they sell Mercedes-Benz? Do they sell Toyotas? Do they sell Honda? All right?
Yeah.
The only thing I know from looking at this website is that there's somebody called Ling. And his Ling's face that is here, and his Ling's face that is here. That's all I know from this website, pretty much, at first glance. if I start to read each item, I might learn a bit more, right?
Yeah.
But without reading anything, that's all I can see. So there's no clear message that I can see in 1 minute. There are even things that even make it harder to understand what the site is about. What does squeeze my brains have to do with anything? Do you understand?
Yeah.
There's so much. It's very problematic, this website, right? So the next thing is there are too many fonts and colors used. That's what Moyin talked about, right? Too many fonts, too many patterns. What's this amoeba looking pattern on the side, right? It's so unnecessary. Do you understand?
Yes.
So our rating is, as Nana was spot on, our rating is 1/10. Okay. Now let me tell you the most surprising thing. The one thing that you guys probably would never have thought about, is that Lynx Cars was hailed as the biggest individual seller of cars, selling £85 million in 2016 from this website.
Oh.
From this same website. This is their website in 2016. If you can check, you can actually Google their website right now, because it still exists. And you see that they've tried to make it better. But this was the website 2016. And from this website, they sold £85 million. So does this justify that ugly design is not necessarily bad design?
Yes, it does.
Because, again, I didn't get an opportunity to use this website, but I'm sure that some people did, and some people bought cars off this website. Right? So this problem, what the website was created to solve was to allow people buy cars. Isn't that so? To sell cars online. Right? Nana, isn't that true?
Yes.
Right. And if the functionality on the website can allow you put your card details and get your car delivered to you, right? Then the website works, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Is the website fine, or is the website ugly?
It's ugly.
It's very ugly, but does it work?
Yes, it works.
Great. So she sold £85 million. I'm telling you that if this website, so we're not going to. Okay, so we'll come back to linkscars.com. Okay, let's go to the next design. We're going to do 5 seconds again, and we're going to test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did they do?
Okay, they are like dental. They're like trying to get people to, I don't know, maybe they're either advertising a particular brand of toothpaste, or they are advertising dental checkup.
So a particular brand of toothpaste or dental checkup, right?
Yes.
Right. Nana, what do you think?
Dental care.
Dental care.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So now let's look at this. Nana is right, and both of you are right, to be honest. They're dentist clinic, dental clinic.
Yeah.
Right? Well, look at this flyer and tell me how long it takes you for you to understand or realize that they're a dental clinic, for you to know what their name is, for you to know what their website is, for you to know where their location is.
It takes a while, but you have to read through everything before you can. Yeah.
Exactly. So I want you guys to rate this. Scale of 1 to 10. Moi, what do you think?
Okay. The font, the color is okay. It's not shouting, so the color is good. The only problem is the information is not direct. Like, I feel you have to actually read everything to know what exactly is going on here. So, but aside that, I feel.
So if you are going to say you're going, where do people usually go now? I'm not an extrovert. I don't go out as much. Say you're going to cinema, you're on your way to the cinema. There's a movie you want to watch for 12:15, and let's say the time is 12 o'clock. Right, so you're rushing, going to the cinema. Somebody hands you this flyer. What do you do with it? Be honest, though. Absolutely honest.
I'll toss it in the bin.
Toss it in the bin. You won't go and find the bin. That's nice. What would you do with it?
I would just, if I'm already rushing, I'll just leave it and I'll just drop it anywhere and just go.
And that's exactly what the problem with this flyer is. Right?
Yeah.
When they were creating the flyer, they said, "Oh, we want to get people to come to our establishment, to our office, right, to our clinic." Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But these people are going to give these flyers to. They didn't take into consideration that people are actually always rush. If they're going to give flyers out on the road, for example, and anybody on the road is going somewhere, so most of the time they are rushing somewhere.
Yeah.
So they only have like 4 or 5 seconds maximum to look at what you want to tell them. If not, they are throwing it away. Yeah. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
And then you take all of this information and put it on the flyer. Do you see? And what is even more annoying is that if all the information was even relevant, we won't be too angry.
Mm-hmm.
But half of information is not relevant. Like what does kiss me and missing teeth and then this one says no way. Why are they taking pills in the first place?
Yeah. Right?
Like someone says no running around. Like who is running around where? Do you understand how there's so many things that are irrelevant that this thing could do without?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. It starts with February is Dental Health and Heart Month and Heart Health Month. Are you ready? Am I ready for what? For the month? Like, do you see how like it becomes very confusing?
Yeah.
Right. So I want to ask you guys to rate this over 10. Really quickly for me, please.
I rate it a 3 over 10.
A 3 over 10 now, okay.
Like, because, like Moyi mentioned earlier, the first website we looked at was very clumsy in terms of color and typography. This one, the color is not bad. But there's a lot of text. It's the text that is making it really clumsy. And the image is not the best.
That's true. Okay, so 3 over 10. Moyi, what about you?
I think I'll just give them a 4.
A 4 over 10. Very generous, your marks. Very, very generous. Okay. Do you have anything else to say about it?
No.
Okay, so just 4 over 10. Okay, so here are some of the problems we found with it. There are too many messages. There's a message that you're sending out about Dental Health and Heart Month, right?
Okay.
There's a message about the different type of things that can be wrong with your teeth. There's a message about what attractive teeth would look like, right? What an attractive mouth would look like, which is what they were trying to do with this kiss me and no way thing, right?
Yeah.
There's a message about why choose the dental clinic and how the dental clinic will help you fix your teeth, right? And then there's a final message about the name of the dental clinic and the contact information, right? All of that on one flyer is too much information. It's TMI. Okay?
Yes.
The most effective, again, go back to our principles of good design. Good design is as little design as possible. Right? If you focus on is more effective way to advertise something is focus on one message and focus on 3 or 4 messages. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So there are a lot of irrelevant elements. Right? Yeah. This entire design could do without the lips. Right? The entire design could do without you probably could even do without the white shooters. Right? And could definitely do without the February Dental Health and Heart Health Month. Are you ready? right?
Yeah.
Right. Then there's no visual flow, right? Your eyes would go from the lips to Heart Health Month to White Choosers to, like, your eyes just keep bouncing up and down looking for information. There's no control by the designer until say, okay, I want you to look here first, I want you to look here second, I want you to look here third, I want you to look here last. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
And finally, it's stressful to read. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Right. So, and then it's confusing, right? So we rated it 2 over 10. So it seems like I'm the harshest one out of all of us. Moyi is a 4, Nana is a 3, Mirav is 2. Okay. So what we did with this particular design was that to try and show you the contrast between good and bad design is that we redesigned this particular flyer.
Okay.
Right? So we'll show you our redesigned flyer and then you tell us what you think, okay?
Okay.
Okay. That's it.
Okay.
You know, this flyer is saying the same exact thing as this flyer.
Yes.
The same exact thing is saying. So what do you guys think?
Okay. At first glance, it's very catchy. Like, I look at it and straight up, I understand what is going on here. This is a dental brand, and they're probably trying to, I don't know. But how do I contact the dental clinic now?
So yes, so this like, I'm glad you brought that up because this is usually a very touchy topic when I talk to clients about design, right?
Okay.
We put one link where you can get all the dental information, right? Depending on the generation of people of generation range you belong to, will determine the effectiveness of this flyer, right? So if I was making this flyer for people in their 40s to their 70s, I'll put phone number, location, website. I might not even put website. I'll just put phone number, location, and what else should I put? Maybe email address.
Okay.
Isn't that true?
Yeah.
If I was dealing with people from ages, if I look at people from ages maybe 16 to ages 28, right? The generation Z and generation, what are they called again? Gen Z and Gen, what I don't even know, I can't remember what they are called. Anyway, if I was dealing with those groups, then I can put just the website. Better still, if I'm dealing, let me clarify it a bit more. If I was dealing with Generation Z, say from 16 to maybe 22, I can put just the name. Because what's the first thing people do when they find something that they're interested in? They Google it.
Yeah.
Isn't that true?
Yeah.
If they have their SEO working properly, with one Google, I can find your Google business page. I can click on the page and call your number. I can click on the page and find directions to your establishment, right? With one step, just I can even do Siri. Hey Siri, Google comprehensive family dentistry, or hey Google, find comprehensive, right?
Yeah.
But that's from generation from like 16 to like 22, give or take. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
For 22 to maybe like 30 or 35, we can put the website. Right? Because the website, they'll just type the website and they'll go. From 35 to 60, you put all the information. Does that make sense? Do you guys agree or do you not agree? You agree?
Yeah,
And now what do you think?
I agree.
Right. So you will start to see, the reason I know all of this is because I have tested it before, right? I've done the research, I have done the planning, right? I've tried to kick the ball in 50 different ways, and I know the ways that work. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. So I guess the point of this is that the same message can be passed. What this is showing you, that the same message can be passed in so many different ways, right?
Yeah.
But you, as a good designer, you should usually choose the simplest way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. So these people wanted people to come to their dental clinic to fix their teeth. Right?
Mm-hmm.
These people want the same thing. Who do you think is going to be more effective? These guys or these guys?
The new one.
These guys. Does that make sense? So you see that, and if you ask the person on the street looking, or maybe not the person on the street, if you ask like the average person, average consumer, they'll probably prefer this one and say, oh, this one looks like, oh, there's more design, there's so much more going on, it's the more colors. Have you seen the average businessman asking for a design before? Put color, put this one, put all my information, put everything. That's how they ask you to design for them. If you show an average Nigerian businessman this design, they'll be like, what is this? This too empty. Is what they'll tell you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But that emptiness makes it effective because there's only one thing to focus on now. And if I give you this flyer when you're rushing to the cinema, even if you throw it away, you know that there's a dental clinic that will help me fix my teeth. If you have tooth problems, you remember their name. Or at least you hold the flyer. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
Because in 5 seconds, you know what they're asking. You know what they're asking for. Message has been passed. Right? Isn't that true?
Yeah, that's true.
Right. So this design is a solution. So this is good design. This design is not the solution. Even though they are trying to solve the same problem. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. So what would you guys rate this design over 10?
Is Moin going first?
Yeah, Moi, we're waiting for you.
I think I'll rate it. Okay. Let me just say 9.
9 over 10?
Yeah.
So if you are afraid of 10, Sha, you're so afraid of saying 10. Like, okay, Nana, your turn.
I'll rate it 8.
8 over 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me why.
The image of that mouth doesn't sit well with me. But then
The image of the mouth doesn't sit well with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then I don't know how well a dental clinic can choose to advertise themselves without putting
Somebody's mouth.
all of the lips there.
Right, that makes sense. I saw an ad, but this is funny, but I saw an ad, I think on social media, on Twitter or something, where there was a picture of a family and the guy in the family they were all smiling, and the father in the family had one tooth missing.
Okay.
Right? But he also had one eyebrow shaved off.
Yeah.
Right? The caption of the advert was that you see why dental care is so important. That you did not even notice that he had one eyebrow shaved off. What you were looking at was his teeth.
Yeah.
And that you now look again and see that he actually has one eyebrow because nobody will notice it.
Yeah.
But once you see one tooth missing, so it's basically saying that dental care is more important. Is more important for your facial or visual looks, right? Than your eyebrow, which is true. And most people don't realize that until they see that advert. So I thought it was really interesting. But anyway, so here's our breakdown. So this has a very clear message, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Right. This has only relevant elements.
Yeah.
Right. This has very clear visual flow. It flows from the lips to the with us and without us to the comprehensive family dentistry to the email address or to the website. Right?
Yeah.
this can be understood in 10 seconds or less. 5 seconds is even too much. It should be 5 seconds or less. This will be understood by the average person. True?
Sure. Yes, sure.
Let's say this is super clear. Right? We have to re-emphasize that. So my rating is a 10 over 10.
Okay.
Right. So any thoughts before we move on to the next one?
No, I'm clear.
What did you say?
No, I'm clear. I'm good.
You're clear. Okay, great. Moi, are you clear too? Okay, great. Okay, start Moi. So Moi, what do you think about this website? What would you rate it to a 10?
I'm not an expert though, but I think I can give it.
Don't worry, by the end of this class, you'll be an expert. And by the end of this month, you'll be an expert.
Okay, I think I can give it maybe 7 or 8, one of the two, because this is actually nice.
7 or 8, right?
Yes, it's nice. At least your eyes don't first like this. It's not scaring your eyes at first. Like it has this relaxing feel to it. Yes, it's nice.
I agree with that. So why not a 10? Why 7 or 8?
I don't actually know, but I do actually know.
Okay. You can take that. Nana, what do you think?
Okay, this website is beautiful. I'll give it a 9. The image is very clear, and I know what I'm doing here. I know that this is a car. I can buy the car. I can customize an order. I can check existing. The call to action buttons are clear. Everything is clear. The color used is also going well with the image.
Right.
It feels very planned.
Yeah. So are you one of those people that will never give anything 10 over 10? Because I don't. I'm wondering. No, I'm talking to Nana. I'm wondering why she stopped at 9.
We might see something else that might reach 10. I'm like, it's too early to be giving like a 10 over 10 now.
I see. Okay, so yeah, both of you are right. Yeah, there's like Moi said, there's a calming feeling you get because your eyes are not stressed. Like you look at it and then you know exactly what you're looking at. You know, your eyes are not going up and down looking for, like your eyes are not moving like this. They're just going straight to the middle. So there's no stress. It's calming. The first thing you see is what they want you to see. They want you to see the car first. That's why the car has the most contrast to the background, right? That's why the car is red. Isn't that so? Right? They deliberately did not choose a sky blue colored car because that would have been harder to see. Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah.
They chose a red one because the red one pops. Right?
Yeah.
Right. All the information you want is on your screen. You don't have to look. Like everything you need to know about this website is there. There's nothing that's on the screen right now that isn't useful to you. You either want to buy the Model S, the Model 3, the Model X, the Model Y, a solar roof or a solar panel. If you don't want to buy any of these things, you're on the wrong website. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like there's no extra, there's no additional, there's no Jara, there's no feces, there's nothing. Like it's literally straight to the point.
Yeah.
Right? So this website to me personally is a 10 over 10, 100%. Like I can't ask for anything more at all. And so let's see the breakdown. So there's a super clear message. The message here is come and buy this car.
Yeah.
Isn't that so?
Yeah.
We sell the Model S. Order now. Very simple. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. The next message is that there's a great use of font and colors. Like Nana mentioned in the first design, there were too many different typefaces, too many different fonts used. Right? On this website, there's one font used. Just different sizes and different weights of the same font. Right?
Yeah.
I think that's brilliant. So this is a 10 over 10. Okay? Okay, so now let me tell you something that let's go back to the linkscars.com. Right? So Link with this trash website sold £85 million.
Yeah.
Right? Can you imagine how much it would have sold if the website looked like this? Do you think it would be more or less?
It will be more.
Well, how much more? Just guess. Like, just give me a number. Let me see how much you understand this. How much more do you think they would have sold? It sold 85 million with this website. How much do you think they would have sold with this one?
At least we could have been talking in billions, I guess.
That's a good answer, right? So Nana, what do you think? What do you think about if Link has this website? What do you think? How much do you think they would have sold?
Okay, I feel they would have sold a bit more, but then they were able to sell £85 million or euros with that website. Meaning, I don't know, probably their target audience didn't really care much for what the design looked like. I don't know if you know what that's saying. So I don't know whether fine it would have improved sales because somebody that just gets the link to the links.com might be confused and that would just chase the person away. But somebody that really wants to buy a car that was referred from somebody that got a car from
link.com would probably still buy it, right?
Yeah. Buy a car. So I don't know.
You're correct. So I think my safe guess is that their revenue would have increased by maybe 50%.
Okay.
Right? Because those people that, like you said, people that would stumble on the website would probably leave 2 minutes later because what's this? Is this a video game? Is this I don't want to buy a bike, I want to buy a car. Do you understand? So they will probably be more comfortable using a website that looks like Tesla's website. Right? Another thing is about authenticity. A lot of what's the word now? Scam websites look like Link's website. Isn't that true? Yeah. So if you stumble on Link's website without somebody telling that, oh, these people are actually legit, you'll probably be scared to put your credit card details on this website.
Yeah.
Isn't that true?
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Before all your money and all your savings will just disappear.
Okay.
Right? So design would improve their revenue, but for sure, right? But to not just design, good design would improve their revenue, right?
Yeah.
But functionality, being able to make having a design that works in the first place is what's more important than that slight improvement. Does that make sense? But they will sell more with this kind of websites, but as long as the website works, they will sell regardless.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And you can use very, very what's the word now? Real life examples that we can all relate to. Let's think about. Can you tell me one food that we all eat that doesn't do any advertising?
Right.
No, some people advertise rice now. There's Uncle Ben's rice, isn't there? Gary is one major food that we all eat that doesn't do any advertising, right? Why do you think Gary always sells even without advertising? Because it works, doesn't it work? Where you eat Gary, you're full.
Yes.
Right? Is easily accessible.
Yeah.
Right? So imagine a company decides that, you know what, we're going to take this Gary, we're going to brand it, we're going to advertise it, we're going to sell it at the same price as regular Gary. Do you think they'll sell more or sell less?
I feel their sales will be dependent on who they are selling it to. Like, my mother would not buy packaged to Gary. She'll feel Gary, she'll rather buy the Gary that she trusts.
Yes,
but the young person
would buy packaged Gary, right?
Gary, yeah.
Yes, but if they design the Gary, when I say design, I mean like just the packaging of the Gary, right? Yeah. To tell the story of the source of the Gary, and maybe it's the same source that your mother is used to.
Yeah.
Right? That will make a difference, won't it?
Yeah.
And the one thing I said that I want you to guys take note of is that they don't sell it at a more expensive price than the average.
Yeah.
Than the Gary on the street. Okay. Because what you find is that people shy away from supermarket Gary or supermarket rice or supermarket beans because it's more expensive.
Yeah.
Isn't that true?
Yeah.
So that's the only downside to it. But if you design a system where it can be sold at the same price, I promise you'll sell more Gary than the average person on the street or the average Gary manufacturer. Right? So what design will do for you is that it will allow people accept your product a lot faster and a lot better, right? And a lot quicker than a product without design. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So design elevates. It doesn't create a market for you. It just elevates it. Do you get? If you are selling 100 without design and you add design to it, you'll probably sell 150. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? Great. So do we all agree to that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. Right? There's good structure. There's everything. All the design principles are followed in this design. But still, this is bad design because